Hi there, I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll talk about how to pronounce Zelle, PayPal, and Venmo. So we have a series of videos for how to pronounce brand names, names, and place names. So these are all names for banking institutions, and typically also these are all ways that we can electronically pay each other, share money, etc. Zelle was the request, and I thought we might as well talk about PayPal and Venmo while we're talking about the word Zelle. So I would say Zelle, what's confusing about it is that the spelling doesn't really match what we might expect because we have this E at the end. But the word Zelle just has three sounds, the Z, the Eh, like in red tent, and our final L. So it might help you to think of the word sell because it's a very similar pronunciation. In sell, we just have the voiceless S, and in Zelle, we have the voiced Z. Again, letter E does have the eh sound like in red tent or like in sell. So you could think about other words that have that eh to help you remember that that E says eh, and this E is just silent in Zelle. Then when we have PayPal, the spelling is fairly straightforward here. We have the A vowel, and we do typically spell that with AY or AI, so it is just like the word pay. Pal might be a little trickier just because the ah and ul sound might be challenging for you. PayPal, pal. We do also have the word pal. It's got the same vowel as in sat or cat. And the thing about PayPal is that you want to make sure you get the rhythm correct. So in the word PayPal, we have a little stress on both syllables, but the main stress is on pay, secondary stress on pal. So unlike a word like people, where we have only the first syllable stressed, people, pull, and then we have that really reduced second syllable, we do have a clear vowel and a little stress on pal. Otherwise it would sound like papal. That is a word too, having to do with the Pope, papal. But in PayPal, we have a little length and a clear vowel on pal. However, you don't want PayPal, not secondary stress, but first syllable stress, PayPal. So, okay, and then lastly, Venmo has the same stress pattern as PayPal. First syllable stress, second syllable is also stressed. It's not Venmo, but we do have a clear O diphthong here on Venmo. Letter E in Venmo is the same eh sound as in Zelle, the red tent vowel. So Venmo, and then just make sure that you have a diphthong O at the end, Venmo. Once you can say Zelle, PayPal, and Venmo by themselves, try practicing them in some short phrases like you might use them in everyday speech. For example, I used Zelle, I'll Zelle you the money. I have Zelle on my phone. PayPal, I have a PayPal transaction to deal with. I'll send a PayPal invoice. Venmo, I accept Venmo. You can send me cash via Venmo. I'll pay you back using Venmo. Great. Thank you for this request. If you have a request you'd like to see me cover as part of our Word of the Day series or part of our names, brand names, and place names playlist, feel free to leave that in the comments for this video or any of my videos. I'll add it to my list to cover in a future class. I'll be back again tomorrow with our regular Word of the Day class, and on Saturday we'll have our live question and answer class. You can attend that class, ask your questions in the chat, and I'll answer them for you live. We talk about pronunciation of words, but also lots of elements of pronunciation of English in general, as well as American accent. So I hope you'll be able to join me there. You can get more help for the sounds of English in our Sounds of English course on speechmodification.com. It helps you walk you through all of the sounds of English, vowels and consonants, to know how they're spelled, what accent error patterns to watch out for, and how to correct them. That helps you build a strong foundation to feel confident to pronounce any word you want in American English. Check it out on speechmodification.com. That's our Sounds of English course. Thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and especially those of you who have joined as channel members. I really appreciate your support. Keep those comments and questions coming. I do go through those all, and send you resources, answer your questions, and give you as much help as possible via comments. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. speechmodification.com. Bye, everybody. Hope to see you again soon.